Hey, it's Daniel Jacob here, and in today's video, I'm going to talk to you about 5 non-dating related habits that made me successful with women. Now, the first habit is reading books. And you might be thinking, well, how did reading books get me good with women? Is it dating books that I read, pickup books, female psychology related books? And yes, I've read a lot of those, and they've definitely helped me better understand how women worked and what to do, at least early in my dating journey before I was really taking a lot of action. But what I'm talking about is books in general. So reading books about history, about spirituality, about marketing, about sales, just reading lots and lots of literature that opened up my mind and gave me a lot of different cool perspectives on how the world works. Now, the way that this directly connected into my attractiveness as a man is when I would be going on dates with women or even approaching women. Instead of my conversations being really bland and me saying like, oh, hey, where are you from? What do you do? What's your job? Things that most guys do in their interactions, I had this massive amount of knowledge that I could tap into. I could actually teach girls things when I was hanging out with them and be almost like a father figure in their lives. And this made me very attractive to them. So, a lot of guys ask like, well, how do I never run out of things to say? Well, you learn a lot of things, and that's how you not run out of things to say. The more you know, the more knowledge you have, the more connections you can make when girls are talking about different topics, right? If you're very well versed in history and politics and sports, fashion, music, right? There's so much that you can tap into in your conversations. Now, the second habit that made me successful with women was dialing in my diet. So removing all gluten, all dairy, all seed oils from my diet. Now, this was a game changer for me, right? Because before that, I remember going to Wendy's, getting cheeseburgers, eating fries, eating donuts, and eating all this comfort food, on a weekly basis, maybe not every day, but quite often, just to make myself feel good. And my dopamine, my neurocircuitry was so hooked on dopamine that's all that I relied on. And removing all the sugar, all the toxic fatty foods from my diet gave me just a lot more clarity in my mind. So when I was in a conversation with a girl, I had a lot more access to my knowledge. I had a lot more access to the things that I really wanted to say. I was not foggy. I was not in the state of like apathy and numbness and depression that most guys were in. I actually had a clear mind and clear, sharp communication skills, all just for me adjusting my diet schedule. Now, the third habit is cold plunge. So cold plunge is something that I started doing this year, which is where several times a week, I dive in and I spend a few minutes in very, very cold water, right? And this is not just a regular cold shower. Like, this is actually like 35 degree, 40 degree plunge that I'm doing. And the reason I'm doing it is to condition myself to discomfort, right? And if you think about it, dating involves a lot of tension, a lot of discomfort, a lot of pressure, a lot of situations that you're gonna have to step into that aren't gonna be easy. And if you can condition your brain to be really comfortable in tension, really comfortable in pressure, that is going to be a cheat code when it comes to attracting women. If you think about it, an approach is almost like jumping into a cold plunge. So let's talk about habit number 4 that made me successful with women. And that is dialing in my sleep. Now, getting really good sleep not only allows me to perform at a very high level in terms of business and in terms of my health, but it also has had a huge effect on my dating life. Because when I'm talking to women, my energy naturally, because I'm giving my brain and my body the time to rest and recover, is at a way higher level. And something I always tell the clients I work with in the accelerator is that what you do in the interaction with the woman is like 5%. And the 95% of what will actually matter in terms of your attractiveness and your confidence is what's happening outside of the interaction. So your energy levels, your mindset, your belief system, like all these things that are under the surface that matter. And what you say and what is coming out of your mouth is only a very, very small percentage. And the final habit that's had the biggest and the most radical shift on my dating life has been meditation. So I started meditating 12 years ago, back in college, when I used to deal with really bad social anxiety. I remember being at a point where I couldn't even leave my house without just being bombarded by negative thoughts and emotions of anxiety, fear, insecurity, even depression. And meditation was the way that I got out of that, right? I didn't meditate at first to get good with women. That wasn't why I got into it. I got into it to just have some peace of mind and some mental clarity. But as I started to approach women and connect with women and really go down this path of building my confidence and my social skills, I realized that meditation is so important. Not only does it give me just more presence when I'm talking to women, but it gives me this superpower of awareness where I'm aware of what I'm feeling in my body. I'm aware of what women are feeling, what a woman's level of self-esteem is, what her mood is. Is she single? Is she not single? What's her interest level? Like all of these little things, these nuances that I would have never been able to pick up on if I wasn't meditating every single day. So these 5 habits have been a complete game changer. So if you enjoyed this video and you want to learn more about how you can start meeting, attracting, and dating high quality women, what I invite you to do is check out my 7-minute documentary below, apply for the accelerator, book in a call, and let's chat.